So I'm going to go ahead and get the book. It says Genesis 10:11. So I do have the Bible here, and I'm going to go to Genesis 10:11. And Genesis 10:11 states, from the land he went from Assyria and built Neviath, Rehoboth, Shala, and Renson between Neviath and Cala. That is a great city. Egypt became the father of Ludan, and Ammon, Lehabin, Naphtuhim, Paruhim, Shaluhim, whence came the Philistines and Capabon. Okay, so we read from 11. So we said the 11th. Let's go up to 10th. The beginning of the kingdom was Babel, Erich, and Arcade, all of them in the land of Shinar. Okay, so we go all the way up to 8, the 6. The sons of Ham, Cush. The sons of Ham, Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush, Seba, Havla, Sabta, and Raama, and Sabtix. The son of Reama, Sheba, and Dedan. Cush became the father of Nimrod. He was the first on earth to be a mighty man. So we're talking about, and the family, the language, it is called Semitic, from the sons of Shem, and Moors, from which the name Shemak comes from, found in Genesis 10:11, namely Ashur and Aram, from Eber, the son of Shelah. All dark-skinned, woolly-haired Moors. All these men were the children of Noah and their children. Aramic Hebrew was the language of the Arameans, the descendants of Aram, the fifth son of Shem, and his wife Fatim. Genesis 10:22. So let's go to Genesis 10:22. And it states, to Shem also the father of all the children of Eber, the elder brother of Japheth, children were born. The sons of Shem, Elam, Ashur, Akpak, Shad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram was Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. So it says Aram, and they call to Aram in Numbers also 33:37. So we go to Numbers 33. $37. $33, $37. And they set out from Kadesh and encamped at Mount Hor on the edge of the land of Edom. Okay, and the language Aramic was named after him, which proved that he was a leader, Aram. When a dialect evolved, it usually was named after the most powerful or understanding member of the tribe or clan, and in this case, it was Aram. Okay, I'm gonna have to get my bigger Bible actually, but we got that there. Okay, so we're gonna skip on down now because we're gonna be here. We can keep going on this all day. But let's go to the prayer. First, let's begin by reaching our affirmation. It says, Abdul Qar to Falat wa Bazin bil Bamu el Kulum. Aniya fi el Ashub shil el Kulum. Wa Kul Ashub izu fini Anaya Farujan shil el Kulum. Wa el Kulum izu Farujan shilni. Anehi Wahid Ma'a el Kulum. Wa el Kulum uzu Wahid Ma'a ni. Ani Akilu Anjilu Kama Farujan Shil el Kulum. Wakub Kama Farudin. Ani Akilu Awinu Kodik Ani Akfizu Fi el Kulum. Kama Kafazi Uz Illa Leia Amidu Fi el Kulum. Anihi Kabaha Wahud. El Kulum Uzi Aniya. El Kulum Yaket Nakilu Ani Akilu. El Kulum Yamilu Ani Amilu. We're going to skip down and we're going to go into the pronunciation, which is called Daris Wahid, or lesson 1, El Nawabi Harufat. It says A, B, D, E, F, G, He, E, G, He, Li, Me. Ni, U, Re, Si, Ti, U, We, Ye, Z. It says A, Aya, Gi, Chi, She, Thi. It says Ka, Sha, and Nikah. Then it has a couple of practice sheets. You can't see it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're going to go through a couple of things. A, E, U, An, In, or A, E, U, An, In, Then we're going to go A, Ba, Da, Fa, Kha, Ga, Ha, Ja, Kha, Kha, Ka, Kha, La, Ma, Na, Ra, Re, Sa, Sha, Ta, Tha, Wa, Ya, Za. I want you to keep reading that, keep repeating that, and we'll get it. We're going to go A, Aya, ba, da, fa, ga, ga, ha, ja, ha, ka, ha, la, ma, na, re, say, shay, tay, fay, wa, yay, zay. And that was the A sound. We're going to go through the E sound now. E, E, B, D, F, G, G, He, G, K, 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 me, ni, re, si, she, ti, the, we, ye, z. Now we're going to go with the long E sound. E, B, D, F, G, He, He, G, He, 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 me, ni, re, si, she, ti, the, we, ye, z. Now the pronunciation of the U, oo, boo, do, foo, goo, 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 ha, ju, ku, khu, lu, mu, nu, ru, su, su, tu, thu, wu, you, and zoo. Now pronunciation of the double O is a long sound. Oo, boo, do, foo, goo, 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 who, you, ku, khu, lu, mu, nu, ru, su, shu, tu, thu, wu, you, zu. Now we're going to do the pronunciation of the N sound, A-N. An, aya, ba, dan, ban, fan, gan, gan or khan, gan and khan, gan and khan, han, jan, khan and khan, lan and man, nan, ran, san, shan, tan, than, wan, yan, and zan. Now we're going to do the pronunciation of the en sound. In, ben, den, fen, gen, chen, hen, jen, ken, ken, and ken, ken and ken, len, men, nen, ren, sen, shen, ten, den, wen, yen, and zen. Now the pronunciation of the UN sound: un, boon, doon, phone, boon, hone, hone, joan, hone, hone, loan, moon, noon, rune, soon, shoon, tune, thune, woon, yoon, and zone. So now we're going to go and learning what they call Daris at Nen, or lesson 2, and it speaks about the sight and how to read them, the reading, the sight, and reading them, and is a, ba, da, a, fa, ga, kha, ha, a, ja, kha, kha, ka, kha, la, ma, na, a, ra, sa, sha, ta, the, wa, ya, and za. So we're going to learn letters like the kha, which is two letters and one sound. It is said as one letter. It is made by putting together the sound kha and ha sound, and as in the word kha, ba, ra. This also happens with the letter sha, as in shoe, and the letter kha, as in ghost. Here are some examples of words that have these letters to get you familiar with them. You have ha, fa, za, ta, ba, ha, ta, ba, ta, ha, sha, ja, ra, sha, fa, a, mush, mish, sha, ra, ha, ga, la, ha, ga, sa, la, ba, la, ga, and sa, ga, ra. So we're gonna we read the alphabets, right? And we read the alphabets and we got up to we're gonna go all over again with that. We're gonna go to a, ba, da, a, fi, gi, he, a, jo, ki, li, me, ni, u, ri, si, ti, u, we, ye, z. Okay, so you have to just think about it, and it's in your DNA. Keep saying it's in my DNA. So this is the reason why we're gonna have our own language. You're free. June 19th. You did a great job. Everybody get a clap on the back, a slap on the back, a shake, a hug, thumbs up. Let's go forward. We ain't got to talk about what happened. All we got to do is preserve and go forward. And this is learning how to go forward. It's called Teacher's Guide to the Newbeing Language. The Newbeings. The Newbeings. Not the slave mentality, but the Newbeings. And this is being overlapped because there were people that were never slaves, never thought to be slaves. You have people with different energies that's coming. Now, the whole thing about the Arabic is so confusing. You got the Algerian, you got the Egyptian script, you got the Maccabee or Maghribi script by Moroccans, Egyptian scripts, Algerian script. Each script, each letter, each symbol is different. You got what they call Messina or the French Sudan and the West African by the Sudanese Muslims. You got the Futa dialect spoken by Futa district of the French Guyana. You got the Persian script. You got the Mandingo script spoken by the Muslims in the north and northwest Sierra Leone, West Africa. You have many different types of scripts. You got scripts in Senegal, right, which is French, West Africa. So it says, and there are many more. These are all a dialect of the original Ashuric Arabic language, and none of them are the original Arabic. The Muslims are only fooling you. One of the oldest existing copies was written in the ancient Mali script. So we were once in the Ansar community, spoke and read classical Arabic of Quran, decided that in renewing ourselves with our own culture and our own commitments and our own scriptures called the Holy Tablets, we, the Nuwabians, nation of Moors, we needed our own language. Because you must have a name, a land, and a language. Our name, nationality is Nuwabian Moors. Our language is Nuwabic, and our land is the Mother Earth. Our tribal names are Yamasee, Native Americans. We're entitled to our own dialect, and we have the right to create our everything as sovereign people. The United Nuwabian Nations of Moor, indigenous people, exercise our autonomy just as all others did and still do. And this language is a combination of the ancient Ashuric, Aramic, cuneiform, Akkadian, Chaldean, Almec, and whatever else we need to communicate. Let's make it clear that the book was originally written in the Arabic language by a man born in the year 1776 and died in 868 AD. Reflect how long ago that was for a minute and how near it was to the birth and death of the Prophet Muhammad al-Amin. And this man, Al-Jahiz, was born in Basra, the country now known as Iraq, Old Babylon. This is not the same black man screaming the Prophet Muhammad is black, as did J.R. Rogers in his book referred to the Nuwabian man, scroll number 118. So, what he's saying, you got the Pakistani spoken, the Pakistani Muslims, you got the Tholith, you got Jawani, you got the Neck. So he is explaining that there's so many. He said, I repeat, most Muslim worldwide don't read, speak, or write classical Arabic. And who cares? Being that it was not the original language of the Quran, and not Allah's own tongue. As the Quran itself claims in Quran 4497, and that a malicious intent to hide dialects have been plotted by the follower of the Musalimat ibn Habib al-Hanafi, 558 to 633, whose own Quran is being read worldwide as the original, which it is not. He is the Muhammad of the Islamic world today, referred to Al-Quran, translated by Naya Maliki Zaduk York L. These terrorists are not real Muslims. He is not to be mistaken for the real Mustafa Muhammad al-Amin, who was born 570 and passed in 632 AD, whose identity they tried to hide because he was not dark olive skin, with woolly hair, as all real Moors. Most Negroid Muslims have no idea their prophet was a Negroid Arab. In a book that was written in the 19th century in the Arabic language entitled The Book of the Glory of the Black Race, Kitab Fakhr as-Sudan Allah al-Badin makes it clear that the Prophet Muhammad was a Negro. Let's skip on down to that. It tells you about some Arabic words. We're not going to worry about that right now. It goes in the years that Oscar taught. We said that again. So we're going to keep on going all the way back down. We did the first lesson. We did the second lesson. We did the pronunciation. This is the third lesson. Daris Talid. The third lesson. Rakub Kalumat, which is the construction of words. This section is done to teach you how to construct words in Nuwabic. The words written below are only for pronunciation purposes. Note that all the underlined letters signify that you combine the 3 or 2 letters and read them as one. As you have Katub, you have Walud, you have Kamul, you have Sharub, you have Akhos, you have Bahu. Note, when you have a verb and the verb starts with the letter A and the original A stays in the word, you don't add a second A. So we're going to read that again. Khatub, Wa, Lud, Kamul, Sharub, Akhos, Bahu. Khatub, Walud, Kamul, Sharub, Akhos, Bahu. Here are some of the examples of Nawabic words that are pronounced with an E sound. Those that we did was the A sound. Now we're doing with the E sound. Si, Ri, Fi. Fi, Li, Mi. Ki, Ri, Ji. She, Ri, Bi. Di, Ri, Si. Ki, Ti, B. Here are some examples of the Nuwabic words that are pronounced with the E sound. Si, Ri, Fi. Fi, Li, Mi. Ki, Ri, Ji. She, Ri, Bi. Di, Ri, Si. Ki, Ti, B. Here are some of the examples of the Nuwabic words that are pronounced with the U sound. Su, Ru, Fu. Mu, Ru, Du. Ku, Ru, Ju. Su, Lu, Mu. Du, Ru, Su. Ku, Tu, Bu. We're going to do it again. Take your time. Pronounce right after me. Su, Ru, Fu. Mu, Ru, Du. Ku, Ru, Ju. Su, Lu, Mu. Du, Ru, Su. Ku, Tu, Bu. Now, here are some of the Nuwabic words that are pronounced with the double A sound. That sound is a longer sound. Khatu, Sharu, Nawub, Tabuk, Tabuh, Salum, Darus, Hador, Salu. We're going to do it again. Khatu, Sharu, Nabu, Tabuk, Salum, Darus, Hador, Salu. Here are some examples of the Nuwabic words that are pronounced with the double E sound. Moth, to, he. Da, ru, ji. Ka, lu, mi. Ka, tu, bi. Da, ru, si. Ra, ju, li. Mat, tu, he. Daruji, Kalumi, Katubi, Darusi, Rajuli. Now here are the examples of Nuwabic words that are pronounced with the doubling O sound. She knew, ka, ku, tu, bu, moon, ki, nu, su, lu, mu, yad, du, and fi, nu. We're going to repeat it. She knew, ku, tu, bu, moon, ki, nu, su, lu, mu, yad, du, and fi, nu. Once again, Anfinu, Yadu, Sulumu, Mumki Nu, Kuti Bu, She knew. Once again, she knew, Kutubu, Mumkinu, Sulumu, Yadu, and Fi knew. Here are some of the examples of the Nuwabic words that are pronounced with an N sound. Sharub an, Taruf an, Hab an, Warug an, Shuk an, Sabor an, Ad an, Kitab an. We do it again. Kitab an, Ad an, Sabor an, Suk an, Sharub an, Tafu an, Bab and Waruk and. Here are some of the examples of Nuwabic words that are pronounced with the een sound. Sha, ja, rin. Ba, na, teen. Wa, la, deen. Su, la, min. Sha, he, nin. Ash, na, nin. Neem, ring, ta, be, zen, or zine. We're going to do it again. Sha, ja, ring. Ba, na, teen. Wa, la, deen. Su, la, min. Ta, be, zine. Neem, ring. As, na, nin. Sha, he, nin. We're going to go with the Nuwabic words that are pronounced with the sound. Ka, tu, boom, baboon, da, ri, sun, sha, bu, kun, sham, shun, ya, mu, rum, ko, ka, rum, sha, boom. So now we're going to go to lesson 4. Give yourself a round of applause. It's Daris Abed El Dam Murat, the pronouns. So we're going to go with the pronouns. Is Ani, Ania, Ni, Ent, Hu, Ha, Na, Entum, Hum, Ania, Nuwabian. Biabian, Nuwabian, So we're going to go Ani, Ania, Ni, Ent, Hu, Ha, Na, Entum, Hum, Ania, Nuwabian, Ani, Ania, Ni, Ent, Hu, Ha, Na, Entum, Ania, Nuwabian, So we're going to go again. Ani, Ania, Ni, Ent, Hu, Ha, Na, Entum, Ania, Nuwabian, Once again, Ani, Ania, Ni, Ent, Hu, Ha, Na, Entum, Ania, Nuwabian, So we're going to say I, Ani. For I, Ani. When you say I in the Wabi, you say Ani. When you say I am, Ania. You say I, Ani. When you say I am or I'm, Ania. When you say me, you say Ni, N-E-E. When you say you say Ent, E-N-T. When you say he, you say who. When you say she, you say ha. When you say we, you say na. When you say you all, you say entum. When you say you say ent. When you say you all, you say entum. When you say them, you say whom. When you say I am Nuwabian, Anai Nuwabi I am Nuwabian, Anaya Nuwabi I am Nuwabian, Anaya Nuwabi You all, entum, we, na, she, ha, he, who, you, ent, me, ni, I am, ania, I, ani. It's called O-L, the murat, the pronouns. We're going to leave that right now. I want you to learn that. We're going to come back. We have a whole lot. I mean, the family, the tribal family, the York family, the L family, the Bay family, the Muhammad family. I just want to thank all of you for your participation on the World Circle. I just really, really thank y'all for uplifting and keeping it going. We all gonna do the best that we can. We're going to do more than the best. We're going to put the best to the side, and we're going to do what we need to do. And we're going to push forward to teach this. So if you know one word, Ani, I, or Ania, I am, or me, ni, you, ent, he, who, she, ha, we, na, you all, entum, them, whom, I am, Ania, Nuwabian, Nuwabiun. Say it and be proud that you have your own language. We're going to go and keep it moving. We're talking about possessive pronouns. When we say my or mine, it's E. Two E's. E. E. When you say yours or for you, Luke, L-U-K, Luke. His, lahu, her, laha. Remember, who is he, ha is she, la, or lahu, for him, laha, for her. Ours, la, na, for you, la, ka, for you all, lakum, there, for them, lahum, because them, they, whom, la, 4, lahum, lakim, laka, lana, laka, lahu, lu, and e. We're going to leave that right there. I'm going to get back with you in a minute. I'm going to let that resonate. You let that resonate. Play it again, and keep playing. We don't stop. Well, we don't stop. Keep moving. We don't stop. Keep it moving. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. We keep it moving. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop.